Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a video looking ahead at July 2024. Per usual, I have 3 piles, which would be 3 groups to choose from, and for each pile we have 1 card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. I will say that while I'm filming this, it's the new moon in Cancer, so I feel a lot of and just based on the cards that were pulled out too, a lot of just like detoxifying. It is July, so it's like we passed the middle of the month, so I can see a lot of people like either like changing plans or reprioritizing, changing things for the second half of the year. So without further ado, feel free to pause the video. We could take a deep breath together so we can decide on a deck. And per usual, you can choose multiple groups. You don't have to just pick one. I will say group 2 and group 3, they have similar pictures and there's like similar symbolism, so maybe it's worth checking both of those out if you're inclined to pick one of those. But like I said, you can pick any pile. So if you want to take a deep breath with me, so let's take a moment. Let's inhale for a little bit and exhale. You want to try to get that exhale to be a little bit longer than kind of like the same amount as your inhale, like 3 to 4 seconds, just depending. But like I said, feel free to pause the video if you need more time to choose. But yeah, I'll meet you at your group, and I hope July is a good month for everyone, and yeah, happy July. Hi there, if you chose group 1, this is your reading for July 2024. You chose the Thunder Moon card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. So at the bottom right here it says change. I am going to read from the guidebook. It's just a very well thought out guidebook, and I think it's got just some important information. So reading it intuitively, you're probably looking for, there's probably going to be a lot of change happening in July. I'm almost getting like the Tower card, just with like the thunder, like the lightning, and because the Tower card typically has like lightning or like an explosion or something. But I kind of see you maybe just changing your plans, and it could be very drastically, it could be very different. People may be even surprised about the sudden change, but I think you yourself are changing as a person, and thus your plans are changing. So that's just intuitively what I'm getting. Let me read a little bit from the guidebook. So, accept change. Life, like the seasons, is about to change. Take advantage of change energy. Plan ahead. And then a little affirmation. I welcome change and I ride its energy. One of the great truths in life is that change is constant. It is unavoidable, and we can resist all we want, but nothing truly stays the same. It is better than to prepare and even direct change by setting intentions and building our personal power from the inside out. So another, just based off of the guidebook, it could be that change is happening around you, and it may even be out of your control. Like you may not even be able to to change anything, because it may just be other people changing, like other people are changing around you, the environment's changing around you, and you yourself, it's like, oh my goodness, everything's changing around me, but what does that mean for me? And so you're probably changing your plans based on that. It said, accept change. So if you're a person that's that's kind of like resisting some change that's inevitable. And you'll know, like, I feel like we all know, like, whenever there's like our lives are changing and we don't want to change with it. So use your discernment when you're going through this like energy of resistance, because like the guidebook suggests, change is inevitable and it's going to happen. So you can either plan for it and move forward with it, or still stay resistant, and it's just going to get harder and harder. So that's the overall theme here. Let's get some. I got a tarot deck, and I got a bunch of oracle cards that we'll pull as well. So let's see the tarot for Group 1, July 2024. Let's see, Group 1, July 2024. Okay. Group 1, July 2024. And I typically pull like 4 cards. If more come out, then, you know, we take them. But let's see, July 2024, Group 1. 2 more cards. July 2024, Group 1. Okay, we got our 4 cards. Let's see what they are. I'll just move that one to the side. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, 6 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and then the King of Wands, sorry. King of Wands. So we got some creative career energy. The change could be surrounding career, because the Wands is creativity, career, passion. And then the 10 of Swords is like mindsets and thoughts. So I could see where that message of resistance to change comes with the 10 of Swords. Like, you know, just going through the ringer, and you're just like, but if you just keep doing the same thing and nothing's changing, then, you know, that in itself, it's like, why do we keep doing the same thing? Nothing's changing. We may need to change things up a little bit. The Wheel of Fortune I thought was very interesting with change. Because the Wheel of Fortune is you have your life, you can focus on many different things: love, investments, material growth and wealth, health, relationships. Like, there are many different things aspects that we can focus on in life. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you can choose one, you can choose all, like, but you got to make a decision, choose something, because this opportunity won't come forever, won't be here forever. So it's almost like the game Wheel of Fortune, like, or with the cat rolling the dice. Roll the dice and, you know what, kind of decide, because I think either way, like, whatever you choose to decide on, whether it's love or career, pick a couple of things or pick whatever you want, go for it and see how that goes. And when you succeed, then move on to the next thing. So, which I kind of like that with the change energy and the change message, because I with the Wheel of Fortune, what I get is kind of like, you don't have to change everything all at once. You can choose to change a couple of things, and then, you know, see those through, and then once you see those through, then okay, what's the next thing? But what the important message of the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, taking a chance, rolling that dice, deciding and going through with it, because that's, you know, that's the message. That's what needs to happen. You need to take a risk and decide, and then go on and go forth and do whatever it is you set your mind to. I hope that message is coming through. And even right now, like with this reading, this group one, like the change, I do feel the resistance. I do feel like the nervousness of wanting to make a change or even deciding to do anything, because if you may be feeling like, what if I choose something and it doesn't work out the way I wanted to, or if I fail, or we come up with many different reasons and excuses to not make any change. And that's probably why for some of you you're stuck in that, you're in that resistance, because you do think about changing things, and you may even know and realize that, oh yeah, I know things need to change, but I think you're staying put because what if you fail, or what if things don't turn out the way you imagine them to be. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's that, yes, that may happen, but that's like, take that risk, take that chance, roll that dice, see what happens. Yeah. So that one stuck out to me the most, and it's a major arcana card, so it's a pretty hefty, important card in the message. With the Six of Wands, I'm getting some praise, I'm getting recognition, and I'm getting like, don't forget where you've been, don't forget how you got to where you are now, because that could be part of the, I'm getting like someone who is, don't forget to where you, like, what's, sorry, I feel that nervousness, but what I'm getting from this card, and what my eyes are focused on, is the girl giving the rose to the older woman. And it's kind of like, don't forget where you come from, but also don't forget what you've been through. Like, it may, like, yes, the people around you, but don't forget what you yourself have gone through and how you've gotten through your past, you know? Like, there are people around you that supported you and love you. Don't forget that you yourself got yourself out of perhaps certain situations, or got, your past, you yourself got yourself through that, along with people, if you've had people that supported you along the way. So don't forget don't forget yourself, and don't forget how you got to where you are now. Even if it may not be where you thought you would be, you're still somewhere, and you're still trying to achieve your goals and going through life, and even the smallest achievements should be something to be celebrating. So that's what I'm getting from that Six of Wands. The King of Wands over here, I do see that planning stage of what the guidebook was talking about. For some of you, change is happening around you, and just plan for it. Just plan for it, even like, just be cognizant of it. You could also just have like a burst of just creative energy to want to change things and plan, or maybe you're just looking to plan ahead. Like I said, it could even be in career, like this Six of Wands and King of Wands. It could be you, like, maybe wanting to get a promotion or something, and you not forgetting like the people that have helped you get to where you are now. And those people may help you with the promotion. They may be able to be like references or character references, in order to help you move on in your career, your creative endeavors. The Ten of Wands here, I do see someone who's gone through a lot, and you're still kicking. Like, they're still moving forward. They're still going to grab that broom. They're still going to get, fly away and still move on. I think overall, like I said, there's changes you know, it's like the guidebook suggests, it's constant, it's imminent, it's going to happen whether we like it or not. And it's kind of that that message of, well, do we, you know, are we going to just let it happen and not change with it, or are we going to recognize, you know what, change it, you know, it's going to happen, let me see what I can do in order to take advantage of it and to, you know, make the best of it. So that's what I'm getting from the tarot cards and whatever the cards that we have on the camera so far. Let's get some oracle cards and let's see what else we got. Group 1, 2024. Group 1, July 2024. Okay, let's see. Divination chives. Some of you may be in like in the spiritual, or maybe into spirituality, or maybe have like a spiritual business, or spirituality may just play a heavy role in your life. With the crystal ball, I kind of see that whole planning and trying to, you know, maybe plan ahead. And I guess an example would be like, let's say, you know, your manager's moving teams or getting promoted or something. And so if you want to take that, if you want to get that spot, like if you feel you're ready to take that on that manager role, like, okay, well, how can you plan ahead? Like, you know, how can you start talking to people, maybe even talking to your manager, like, well, you know, I want to interview for this job. What does that look like? What skills should I be learning now? Or who should I talk to? And who should I be shadowing? And things like that. That's kind of where I see that planning ahead. I am going to see what the guidebook on this one too. This deck is this card comes from the Green Witch Oracle, and I love the guidebook as well. You are the master of your own free will, aligned with the divine, and at present energies are strong and deep within you to help change your destiny and meet challenges powerfully. That's awesome. You are the master. You can, if these challenges arise, this changes arises, you know that you have what it takes to move forward, to plan, to you know, get past it. Awesome. I love that. Let's see, let's pull another oracle. Group 1, July 2024. Sometimes they don't want to come out, so I choose have faith in your dreams. That's a lovely message. Waxing crescent. If you have dreams and you feel like you can never reach them because things are happening around you, I feel like this is a gentle reminder to, keep going. To keep having those dreams. Don't let, challenges or change that's happening around you, don't let those things not, don't allow those things to prevent you from reaching your dreams. Still, your dreams are valid and you should go out there and achieve them. I am gonna pull one more. This is a new deck, group 1. Oh, we got it. I am focused. All right, let's read it. I am focused on achieving my goals through deliberate actions. I take time to feel how it would feel to achieve my dreams. I visualize my desires through a lens of love and happiness. I am focused. I love that. I think especially with the having faith in your dreams. So like I said, if you're feeling like you can't achieve those dreams or you're not where you thought you'd be by now, don't stop. As the reading suggests, maybe plan ahead, your focus, visualize. Don't lose sight of your dreams, because I know things are happening around us, but you can still achieve your dreams. May require, like it said, focused and planning ahead, but be committed and you can do it. I am gonna pull from last deck, a Sea Treasures, just because I like the way it ends the reading. There we go. Optimism. After each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. Yay! Like I said, sometimes, and yeah, when you are not feeling optimistic, then feel what you need to feel. But I'm hoping, do some things, whether it's exercise or your hobbies or your interests that bring you that optimism, that joy, so you can continue to move forward and reach your goals. And then guidance. Find safety in your beacon's light. I think this has a lot to do with the Six of Wands and with the it has a lot to do with the Six of Wands and that message of don't forget the people that have been with you, don't forget the people that have supported you and loved you, and they could help guide you. Like I said, that example with the, if your manager's getting promoted and so therefore you want to take their spot, how would you speak to your manager about it? What skills do you need to get promoted? Talk to your peers and the people around you. The guidance could also be the King of Wands. Perhaps the court cards could be people in your life. So someone with this King of Wands energy of being charismatic and being a leader. It could, like I said, very well be that manager role or teacher, professor, just someone who has this energy of, charisma, a leader, planning ahead, who can therefore help you, plan through this change. Alrighty, group 1, this is the reading for July 2024. If anything resonates or comes to fruition, I would love to know, so feel free to leave a like and a comment. And if you feel so inclined, you can follow me on my social media. That would be very helpful. And if you want a more personalized reading, because these are more general, feel free to click the link in my bio. That will lead you to my link to book a personal reading with me, and I have different options. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I'm hoping July is a fantastic and, invigorating month for you. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of planning, a lot of change, so good luck, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hi there, if you chose group 2, this is your reading for July 2024. So we got the pleasure card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and right off the bat I just see maybe in July you're focusing on things that give you pleasure, hobbies, interests, things that just kind of make you happy and joyful. I am gonna read a little bit off of the guidebook because it's just a great guidebook. It's very thought out and it's got some great information. So let's see. 18. Are you taking life too insensitively or too seriously? The time has come to call in the pleasures of life. Seek lightheartedness at this time. Focus on what would make you happy. Schedule and activities you find pleasurable. And an affirmation that they have on here is, I open myself to the pleasures of life. Oh, I love this part right here. I'm going to read it. In our search for a better life, something happened along the way. We forgot how to find real pleasure in what we do rather than just being diverted from the everyday. Life can be overwhelming, and our rational minds seem to need every available minute of our time to be able to cope with its demands. Pleasure has taken the back seat, or there is a pattern of it now forming destructive tendencies, such as binge drinking rather than simply having a wine or two with friends. I like that part where it talks about, when we go through our everyday lives, we can tend to forget those little things that bring us pleasure, like, playing games with your family or your friends, or like board games or stuff like that, or whatever hobby you have, like knitting or crocheting, or maybe you enjoy exercise and then one day you get back from work late and you don't have time to exercise that day, but then that continues to become a cycle, and then before you know it, you've been like a month without working out. I think it's just making that time for those things that we find joy and happiness in. I do think it's considered the part about the, are you doing too much of it to the point where you're not, like taking action on your responsibilities or things that that you need to do in life, like for example, maybe work or family or friends, whatever that may be for you. That may be a specific message for someone. I think the main message is if you are stressed or if you're overwhelmed, what can you do to bring a little bit of joy into your life? And look back to your past too, because there are things that probably you did as a kid, whether it was painting or drawing or running or playing basketball or something that you don't do now. And maybe that's something that will help bring you a little bit of happiness. And I'm a firm believer that if you do things that you enjoy, then that kind of makes room for more joy and happiness to come into your life. So that is the overall message of group 2. So I got a tarot deck over here, so we'll start pulling some tarot cards and get additional messages, and I have oracle decks too, so we can get more details. Let's see, group 2 is July 2024. Group 2, July 2024. So bear with me as I get the cards out, because I have shuffled the decks, but I haven't like shuffled to get the cards out. I like to do that when I'm filming, so y'all can see. Group 2, 2024. there's one. Oops, 7 of Cups. Let's pull 3 more. There are 2 that want to come up. Okay, now they're flying. One more card. There it is. Okay. Let's see group 2. So we already have the 7 of Cups. We got the Empress. And we got the 9 of Cups. And we got the 8 of Swords. So a lot, I think it makes sense too while I'm filming this. It's the new moon in Cancer, so there's a lot of, Cancer is a water sign, so there could be a lot of just like emotion, sensitivity, a lot of reflection even as well. The 8 of Swords, so there's a lot of water energy with emotions and you know, relationships even too. And then the 8 of Swords, we kind of got like thoughts, ideas, mindset. So let me think about this for a little bit. I do like that the 9 of, perhaps what, you know, that 9 of Cups is like what you're trying to get to, this, because it's got the same form. They got the girls have the same form of kind of just like letting go and releasing to joy and what makes you happy. A message that I just got is perhaps you're realizing that your happiness, what defines happiness for you may not be the same as someone else's. So you may have gone through life thinking, oh, happiness looks like having a big family or a job at, you know, 25 and being a manager, whatever it is. You may have been told that happiness looks a certain way to you, but now I think you're starting to realize and come to the thought to you that that doesn't look like that for me, and it looks a little bit different, and kind of letting go of those expectations that perhaps others have of you, and kind of focusing on your joy and your pleasure and what makes you happy and what that looks like in your life. So there could be some of that going on, and I think especially with the 7 of Cups, I think you're kind of deciding what you want to do with that, and how, like I said, the 7 of Cups, what that looks like in your life in different aspects. 7 of Cups is all about coming, you know, making a decision and kind of thinking about the many different ways your life can go. But the point of the 7 of Cups is making that decision. We can think and ponder all we want, but at some point we need to decide, and you know, we got to stick with that until we get another opportunity, you know, that comes around, or until you change things up. Sorry, I had to move something on my desk. The 8 of Swords, I do see you like grappling with the fact of, oh, society or your friends or family want you to do one thing, but you're kind of getting pulled towards another. So I kind of see you with the 8 of Swords, kind of you grappling with that fact, and kind of, you know, I think coming to that harsh realization that, you know what, I may be letting people down. People may have expected something from me, and I won't be able to fulfill that, because that's not something that's not something I want to do to begin with. So that the 8 of Swords could be you dealing with that fact. I think the main message here is, yes, while, you know, you have your idea of what your life looks like and happiness and what that means for career, and relationships and things like that, and you know, your friends and family and peers and people around you, and society even has a different viewpoint of that. I think though everyone has different views, I think the main message here is letting go of letting go of those other people's point of view and understand that, you know what, that yes, that may mean people being disappointed in me for a little bit, or people not understanding why I'm walking away from so-and-so, or walking, you know, because this is something that genuinely brings you joy and happiness. And like I said, this, like, they're letting go this pleasure card and this Nine of Cups. It's like just letting go and just completely letting go and being happy. I think one thing I've heard on TikTok, it's like I know it's from a quote from a book, and I will have to link it below, but and I've been hearing it a lot lately, but it's and it's a longer passage, but one of the whole point of this, you know, this sound on TikTok from this book is that happiness wasn't about your career, wasn't about your friends, it wasn't about all these exterior things. It was always about you and you being happy. Like, it wasn't about, you know, that big job or that big career or that big, you know, traveling and all these things. It was just about you. And, you know, like I said, that looks, you being happy and other people's viewpoint of happiness is all different. So it's kind of just realizing, well, what makes me happy and how can I move forward with that? The Empress here, I kind of just feel someone someone who's very in tune with their emotions. There may even be some creativity coming in as well, some nurturing of creative energy or ideas. Someone with that feminine energy of, like I said, nurturing, whether that's yourself, and I think especially when you're dealing with this Eight of Swords energy, you do need that nurturing and that emotional awareness to realize, okay, what do I need? How can I cope with this? How can I get through this? How can I let go of, you know, others' expectations of me and follow my own expectations of myself and what how I want to move forward in life. So those are the tarot cards. Let's get some more details with oracle cards. Group 2, July 2024. Group 2, July 2024. Group 2, July 2024. Oh, you got, let me, actually got 3 cards from this deck. So one is 7 beetroot, passion, emotion, cucumber, and then fertility with the watermelon, which I love that with the Empress energy. So whether that's you know, like literally like fertility, like starting a family or growing a family, it could mean that you're planning on doing that or wanting to do that. It could also mean just kind of see like fertility of ideas and like I said, you're wondering a lot about what makes you happy and taking action on that. Perhaps that leads into something even more, like creating a brand or a business, or taking those hobbies and interests and perhaps incorporating them more into your life. So that could be where the fertility is coming in, and it could spark some ideas. Trying to get them all on here. Let me read the passion one, which, I mean, I do feel with the, you know, the passion card, there's probably a lot of passion in surrounding July. I think once you find like what makes you happy or that interest or whatever it is, you're good. And the more you incorporate it in your life, the more passion you're going to have for life in general, I think. But it may just give you an extra boost. Alrighty, so for the number 7, passion. Look at the core of what usually motivates you for direction and a lifting of any negative energies, because a focus on self-love and developing a better understanding is needed. Beetroot supports your heart chakra and will show you that new projects, personal goals, and emotional healing are all in positive light with a chance of success. Challenges include family disagreements and getting stuck on the superficial. Alrighty, so I think on this pursuit of, finding your joy and happiness and pleasure, it's probably giving you new ideas for new projects and new projects that you want to spend your time on. So that's great. With the emotion, the cucumber, any uncertainties that have been hanging around should begin to fall away soon. A commitment and even perhaps a major life decision will come up, and you are advised to take hold of your emotions before you determine the right path for you. Alrighty. That kind of, I think making a life decision, that kind of reminds me of the 7 of Cups. Because they are deciding, right? They are deciding on which cup to use. So just make sure with that, make sure your emotions aren't running high. Make sure you're not just picking something off out of a whim, like something that remotely, like you think like, okay, yes, I can move forward and stay committed to this decision. There was talk about self-care, so I'm gonna pull an oracle card that is all about self-care. Let's see, group 2, 2024. Oh, that flew. I don't know if y'all saw that. Wow. Energy work, number 22. Yeah, there's a lot with the emotion, the beetroot. There's a lot about like the energies around you and kind of letting go of that negativity, the negative energies that are perhaps stopping you from, that are perhaps stopping you from not recognizing your passion and your interests and your hobbies. That's not to say like if people, that have been, encouraging you to follow their way, I think you can also respectfully say like, okay, I respect your ideas and, I respect your guidance, but I got my own way to get through. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure, hopefully that they're coming with guidance from the heart and they want, they're just doing things for your best interest, but also understand that you yourself knows what you know what makes you happy and you know how your life should move forward. So, try to try to speak up for yourself and try to allow yourself to dream and to pursue your interests and your dreams and your desires. Let's see, I'm going to pull one more card. With the energy work, like I said, there's perhaps some, like her chakras are aligned, some chakra alignment, maybe some meditation or yoga, even exercise or just taking a walk outside, just something to perhaps clear some energy and put your best foot out there. Let's see, let's pull from this deck, group 2, July 2024, group 2. I am worry-free. I release worry over things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to focus on things that are pleasing to me. When I release worry, I allow room for solutions to enter my life. I am worry-free. Ooh. I love that. I think a lot of you in this pursuit of finding your interest and your passion and things that are, that you enjoy, that give you pleasure, like I said in the beginning, there could be some of you that do not want to disappoint others. Perhaps your family or whoever has like certain expectations of you and you don't want to disappoint them. And with the Eight of Swords, that's, that is a hard thing to come to realization, because it's a hard truth, right? That you can't move forward with those expectations because they're not you, they're not what interest you, they're not what give you joy. So perhaps when you release that worry and when you, align yourself, you can find solutions on how to get through, those hard times. And even have those hard conversations if you need to have conversations, or like just realizations. Clearing the energy and clearing any worries around you and will help you come up with solutions to get through, those realizations, or if you need to have hard conversations, or, things like that. So I'm just going to pull one more, some sea treasures, because I do like ending with these little sayings. So we got 2 of them. Ooh, change. Know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. So group 1 had the change, like the first card that they chose, like from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck, was change. So perhaps it's worth you seeing group 1's reading and seeing if any of that resonates with you too. Take the helm. Be in control of your own ship. Yeah. I do see some of you just like taking control, like taking the lead, and like, this is my life. This is what interests me. This is what I want my life to move forward. This is what I want my life to move forward and look like. So therefore, that's what I'm marching towards. So thank you so much, group 2. If anything resonated from this, please feel free to like and leave a comment. And if you'd like a more personalized reading, because please take in mind this is a general reading, you can click the link in my bio. It will lead you to my links to where you can book a reading there and schedule a reading with me. But I hope y'all have a great July. Good luck. There's a lot happening here, but I know, and it may not be easy, but you can do it. Have faith in yourself. And yeah, I hope you find what is, what those interests or whatever it is that makes you happy. Thank you so much and have a great July. Hi everyone. If you chose group 3, this is your reading for July 2024. You chose release from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And so this is like your overall theme for July. And I mean, release. I think just like that, you're probably releasing of old habits, maybe old ideas, old beliefs, limiting beliefs. And I think you're ready in July to move on and to, find something new, whatever that may be. So I am going to read from the good book, the guidebook, because this one's a very well thought out guidebook. I really like it. So, release. Let it go. It is time to release anything that does not serve you. Old negative habits, do not engage you anymore, as the payoff is not enough. You are ready to make room for bigger, brighter, more aligned things. Then a little affirmation. I freely release what I no longer need. Oh, I like this part too, so I'm going to read this too. There is a payoff if we decide to finally release something we no longer need. The payoff is as individual as you are, but there will be a universal feeling of making space for something new. So, exactly that. It may be hard to release something. It may feel like, oh, it's not going to lead to anything. And maybe physically it doesn't, if it's like, you know, oh, I'm going to let go of this habit. Maybe physically it doesn't, but mentally and like if you are, you know, letting it out into the universe, it's going to make space for more things to come in your life if you let go of something that isn't serving you. That's the payoff, is making space. It may not be physical sometimes. It may just be like, you know, I'm letting go of something, this habit or this limiting belief, and then the universe is like, oh, they let that go. Leave space for her to bring in something else that's new and better. So I think the main focus for July for you, group 3, is releasing old habits, old beliefs, that negative energy. So let's see what the rest of the reading will be. I have a tarot deck here. We'll pull some cards for you, and we'll have some oracle decks too that we'll pull to get more details. So let's see. Group 3, July 2024. Group 3, July 2024. Okay, let's see. Got some cards already. 9 of Wands. Justice. Pulled a couple more. Ooh. Ace of Cups. Just fix that over here. Ace of Cups. One more card, please. And then the Emperor. Okay, so let me... Okay. Yeah, I think with the 9 of Wands, you've been through a lot, and perhaps... Ooh, sorry. Ooh, sorry for that camera shake, but on with the reading. Group 3, 9 of Wands. And overall, you have been... The release message makes sense because, as the 9 of Wands suggests, you've gone through a lot. You've got some battle scars. You've time and time again, if you got brought down, you got back up. And perhaps the release is maybe like forgiving yourself, or forgiving, like letting go of your past, like recognizing like whether it was in your control or out of control, it was your past. It's already happened. Like, if you need to forgive at your time. But I think at the very least, recognizing what has happened has happened. It's the past, and in order to move forward, how can you move forward? How can you let go and release whatever has happened to you in the past, if it's something from the past. I think with the Justice card, though, it may feel like things haven't gone your way. It could be that in July, things you may be starting to feel like things are going your way. And perhaps you have set things in motion like previously, and perhaps it may feel like, oh, nothing, I'm not getting any payoff from that. And perhaps the Justice card in July, perhaps that's what you're going to be starting to see is payoff from, any work or any thing that you have done previously. The Justice could also be like legal, like if you have anything legal, maybe you need to sign a lease or something, so just be cognizant of that. And if you need to get expert advice, because that's not me, I don't give expert like legal or financial or health advice. Perhaps you need to go seek that out somewhere else, and if you have any legal matters come in. But maybe just July is probably there may just be a focus on legal matters in regard, like I said, it could be as simple as you're moving to a new apartment or you're buying a new car, so you have to sign papers, and maybe just paying a little extra attention to the papers. I think with the Ace of Cups, there's a newfound opportunity for emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment. That's perhaps what you're making space for, whatever it is that you're releasing. Perhaps as a gentle reminder, like, hey, if you release what you need to release, you are going to make more room for happiness and joy to come into your life. You're going to make space for other things that matter in your life. And you may be getting that in July, so that's very exciting. And then the Emperor, I see you kind of taking ownership and kind of taking the lead in your own life. And perhaps there's like in July, you kind of have like a more direct and like almost like masculine energy around your endeavors. You're perhaps just being a little bit more aggressive because maybe you're realizing, oh, July, maybe you haven't been aggressive enough or something, or taking more initiative is also something that you could be doing. With the Justice and the Emperor, I'm kind of getting like maybe you are like maybe acquiring, like maybe you're moving and you're like you're buying like something that you're gonna own, like a house or property or something. So and perhaps that's you taking ownership of something and making it yours, and taking on that project or whatever it is like I said, making it your own. That's a very specific, that could be a very specific message, but I think overall, like I said, letting go perhaps of the past, or letting go of old habits, of old like limiting beliefs, and making space for you to live, to bring in more emotion, to bring in more, this is something that's coming in right now, but perhaps with the Emperor, perhaps you haven't allowed yourself to take initiative on something, or perhaps what the reason why you need to release is what you need to bring in into your life is like perhaps what you release will bring in more space in order for you to get like more energy, positive energy, in order for you to move forward in something and to be like, you know, that aggressiveness that I was talking about, that initiative, that hunger and drive for something. Perhaps right now you don't feel that hunger and drive, but that's once you let go of whatever it is you need to let go, that's perhaps something that's coming in. Yeah, I think that's a very specific message for, you know, take it as you will, but like I said, releasing some, like whatever it is that you need to release will bring in excuse me, that more masculine energy to drive and move forward and to achieve. Yeah. And I think with that, you'd also, you know, with the Ace of Cups will come in bringing in new opportunities. Like I said, there may be a focus on legal matters in July, so just pay extra attention if you're signing any papers. But those are the tarot cards. I'm going to pull some Oracle to get a little bit more details. So let's see. Group 3, July 2024. Okay. We got 3 cards over here from one deck. Okay, let's see. Ooh, success. Peppermint. Yay. That's always good. Strength. Fennel. And then happiness. Majorum. I hope I said that right. Marjoram. That's awesome. Happiness, like I said, I think that has to do a lot with the Ace of Cups. Just more details on, I think when you release whatever it is that you need to release, you're going to bring in more opportunities for happiness, and maybe even success. The success, I feel like that has a lot to do with the Emperor. Just in the sense that I'm still feeling that energy of someone who perhaps once they release like limiting beliefs or the past or whatever it is, they are going to have like a newfound drive to find whatever it is, like happiness. And I think that's where the success will come into, because they have this newfound drive and it's driven hopefully by happiness or the pursuit of it. And then strength. I think this has to do a lot with that Nine of Swords energy of someone who's gone through a lot, and you're a very resilient person. You have the strength to get through this as well. Because yeah, letting go of things isn't easy. It's perhaps something you've been comfortable with, and it's not easy, right? So, and maybe this, where the strength card is coming in here, this message is you've had times before, hard times before, and you've gotten through them. You can get through this as well. I'm gonna read the success one. That one's coming out to me. That one's popping out that I need to read. Okay. Peppermint indicates rapid progress, a quick return or increase of positive energies, and if you are seeking an answer, it is a loud and firm yes. Make sure you are directing all your energy and attention to the task at hand. And if you are in a relationship, try to do more activities with that person that pleases them. There is a need to listen to others and consider other arguments at the moment, but do not let others completely make decisions for you. That could be another message. Perhaps you've allowed other people to have a say in what goes on around you. And while yes, it's great to get other people's advice, you don't want other people to make decisions for you. You want to be able to make your own decisions. And I think the Emperor coming in is perhaps that you taking that initiative and kind of like, okay, I respect your opinions, I respect your guidance, but I'm going to make this decision on my own. I'm going to read the Fennel too. You will find a greater strength and positive grounding energy coming forth, and even an invitation to undertake a new path. That could with the Ace of Cups. Friendships are highlighted by Fennel, and you may find you are spending additional time with those you align closely with. Situations in which sharing is high on the agenda will occur, and you are being prompted to share or teach what you know. Be careful to not work too hard or become too unnecessarily reclusive. So the strength, like I said, being strong, but also strengthening the relationships and the people around you. That new life path, it could be with the Ace of Cups is that new journey, that new beginning, and it'll be something that is fulfilling and will bring you happiness. That message of teaching what you know, like sharing, perhaps that is something that will bring you happiness, is teaching something that you even know. So that maybe you start a blog or YouTube channel or something, and you educate on what is interesting, and maybe that is something that can bring you happiness and make space for more of that happiness in your life. Okay, so let's see, what else am I pulling? I'm gonna pull a Moonology Group 3 2024, July 2024. I keep doing that. Group 3, July 2024. Oh, you also got 2 cards here. Let's see. Nothing will come of this situation. And then look at the bigger picture. Yeah, I think this has a lot to do with that message of letting go and releasing whatever it is that is not serving you. Because with that, nothing will come of this situation. Nothing will come of you keeping this negative energy, or you need to let it go. That resistance or that stagnant energy, it's time to let it go. It's not going to get you anywhere. And then looking at the bigger picture, perhaps that's part of that process that's needing to be released, is kind of looking high level, and maybe even reflecting as well. Okay, a couple more decks. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's see. Group 3, July 2024. Group 3, July 2024. Okay, the thing wants to come out, so we will take one out. Ooh, I love this. I am healthy. Healthy. I honor my body and am grateful for the work it does for me. I nourish my body through self-care. I rest when I need to rest. I eat nourishing meals when I need to eat, and I exercise when I need to exercise. I am healthy. That's amazing. And I think this is important for everyone. But yes, like, do what you need to do, honor your body. A couple of ways you can do that, because I have a deck specifically for self-care. It's called a self-care oracle. You got energy work, so maybe some energy, maybe some yoga, meditation. If you do like Reiki, there's a lot of YouTubers that do like ASMR Reiki that will put me to sleep. It's very relaxing. So that could be one way to practice self-care. Excuse me, oh my gosh. Another way is connecting with your ancestors. Maybe looking at your family tree, taking a sip. I'm gonna read that one because I don't get this card often. So let's see. Mantra for connecting with your ancestors. As I heal my wounds, I heal my lineage and bring peace that reverberates infinitely throughout time and space. Words are hard, but that's okay, we'll get through it. Through understanding our history, we gain a deep sense of appreciation for all the time and people it took to bring us into this world. Connecting with our ancestors is one way to better understand ourselves, our patterns, and the patterns present within our lineage. It allows us to make peace with all that has happened before. It also provides motivation to evolve and find new and better ways to live. I'm sorry, I have like a frog in my throat. That message has the piles of cards, but this 9 of Wands, that I feel like that's another way to interpret, or that's another message coming through, is perhaps the wounds are like generational wounds, and perhaps what this is letting go of is you letting go of perhaps what lifting generational curses, and kind of like, you know what, my ancestors for the longest time had to work or thought a certain way, and now I'm going to break that, and I'm going to start something new and something more healing. Like that generational trauma, perhaps it's you just living, like letting go, letting go and allowing yourself to live, so that way, that in turn, like the generations after you can, you know, that generational curse is lifted for others after you, you know, to find their own paths, but also healing the generations that have come before you. That's awesome. Okay, Sea Treasures time, because I love this deck and it's a great way to end the reading. So let's see, Sea Treasures for group 3. Voyage, set sail on a new course. 1 more. 2 more. Oh, 3 more. Direction, trust your inner compass to find your bearings. Rescue, help others in need or ask assistance when you need it. I love that, especially with the ancestors. Like, you're helping your ancestors and the people, you know, generations that come after you, but you can also ask for assistance from your ancestors to guide you. Change, know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. Yeah, know when to move on. a big theme for like overall this video and all the readings is change. There's a lot of change happening in July. So good luck. Take care. If you enjoyed this reading or if you resonate with anything, feel free to leave a like and a comment. I'd love to see that. This is a general reading, so if you would like more personalized guidance, I have a link in my bio that will lead you to different resources, and one of those links will lead you to book a reading with me. And there's several different offerings that I have, so feel free to pick whichever one fits you or your situation. But thank you so much, group 3. Like I said, leave a like and a comment. I would love a follow if you're called to do that. But yes, good luck in July. I'm wishing you the best. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and see you in the next one. Bye.